Once again, I'm Stan. We're Stan the coach, and we've got another exciting show for you tonight. We've got the new head football coach of the Slocomb RedTops, Bryant
New
Garrison.
football coach.
Well, we got another one coming up later too. Then one of Ops' own, uh, Cantrell Tyson, will be coming up later, and we'll talk more about him.
I coach Cantrell.
I know you did, Coach, but now joining me, as we do each week, the original Coach Greg Ennis. Coach, bringing you in again today with the hearts.
That's
fitting.
just lovely.
I figured you'd like that. That is Stevie. He's over here, over my left shoulder. He got a harp for Christmas. And man, he has really come along.
That was just lovely.
Playing that harp, hadn't he?
I'm impressed. And it takes a lot to impress me.
Well, that was Stevie, and here's the wildest thing, Coach. He learned to play with his feet.
Well, it's because he don't ever wash his hands, and he's got all that onion and grape coat cake on him.
His fingertips are purple, and they look kind of dusty.
Well, it's for all that Funyun dust.
It is. Well, listen, hey, let's go ahead. We got Coach Garrison from Slocomb. We got him waiting in the wings. Let's go ahead and bring him in with us right here.
There he is.
Coach, how you doing tonight?
Good, guys. How are you? I want to know why I didn't get a harp introduction.
Well, hold on. Let's see. Stevie. Tell Stevie to get the harp.
Can we throw it in?
We'll throw in something real quick.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Coach Bryant Garrison, Slocomb Red Top right there.
There you go.
That was Stevie with his left foot. But, Coach, man, how's things going over in Slocomb, Alabama?
Going really well. I just kind of jumped right in and got everything going, and it's been a pretty smooth transition so far. It was kind of crazy getting down here from Georgia. Just kind of, middle of the year, trying to get out of a contract and starting a new contract, different state. But, once I got down here, football is football. So it just kind of just picks up and just keeps rolling. And the kids have been really great. They've been really receptive. They've kind of had to get used to me and kind of the new workout program that I, have with me and brought with me. So the first week was really challenging for them, but, they're really buying in, and the effort is great. We're really making some strides, in the weight room. So it's, thanks to Mr. Tyson and his wife and Miss Whitfield, the middle school principal, and they just they made this transition for me very, very smooth. So far. So it's been really great.
Well, I know, Coach. I worked in that system for 12 years. So there's some good folks in Geneva County school system, and some good folks over at Slocomb. So I know most of those folks, and you had a good place.
Oh yeah,
and one thing you're gonna find out, Coach, is the fan base at Slocomb. You've got a really good one there.
And that's what I was about to touch on. Every day, I'm meeting somebody new in the community, and they're very receptive, and they're very positive about the school and about me being there and just welcoming me and my family. And it's been really great to have that kind of reception, being here. But now the kind of the honeymoon phase is over, so it's time to get to work.
Well, Coach, I know coming in, learning new faces, new kids. I mean, football's football. When have you already kind of set a tentative date for having a spring, or are you going to have a spring?
We are going to have spring practice, and it's going to start on Monday, May the 9th. We are not going to have a game. I really didn't feel it would be beneficial at this point with the timing of, me getting down here and not having a lot of time with the kids to install, the offense, defense, and schemes and things like that. And so I just felt like it would be better for us to work on ourselves for those 10 days than it would be to try to, prepare for another team. So we're going to practice those 10 days. We're going to have an inter-squad scrimmage, though, on Friday, May the 20th. Tentatively, that's going to be like at 6 o'clock, but we're going to treat it like a Friday night game. So, I think the band will be out there, cheerleaders, and, everybody will get to come see the progress that we've made in 10 short days. But no spring game this year. I love to have spring games and love to see the kids compete, but I just didn't feel like it'd really be beneficial for them at this time. So we really want to focus on us and, what we're trying to accomplish this spring.
Coach, I'm gonna tell you, I'm with you on that. I've never been a big fan of spring. I'll be honest, unless I was coming in mid-year like you to a new program and wanted to have an idea of what we needed to concentrate on during the summer. Then I always felt like spring was beneficial, but after being there a couple of years, I never felt like spring helped a whole lot. With the way rules are now, you can accomplish pretty much anything you want to during the summer. So, but I know the people in Slocomb is going to be excited to see what you bring into the table.
They are, and I'm excited to see too. What the kids are going to, get out there and be able to learn and retain, and moving forward with it. But like I tell the kids, they just got to be patient. They got to trust the process. It's one day at a time, and it's kind of going to be slow at first. There's going to be a slight learning curve, for them. But I really feel confident that from now till the end of spring practice, we're going to make a lot of strides, and we're going to get to where we need to be going into summer. And then the summer is going to be really big for us, not only in the weight room and our conditioning and agility work and footwork and things like that outside, but also we have a few 7-on-7 OTA dates lined up with other schools, so it's going to be really, really good for our kids to go out there and compete and just kind of see where they are, so to speak, as far as the offense, the defense, and see kind of where we are. It gives us a baseline to let us know where we're at, what we really have to hit on, pretty hard in the summer, getting ready for that first, scrimmage game in the fall.
Well, Coach, coming in behind Coach Tisdall, one thing, Coach Tisdall was a big believer in Bigfoot, but Coach Tisdall also, he's got them to the second round of the playoffs the last couple of years, which is big for Slocomb. With you coming in, moving up in classification, I know you're going to be working to get them past that second round so that they're not just competitive in the Wiregrass, but competitive throughout the state. What's some things that you might be going to implement that's going to help get you over that hump?
Well, Coach Tisdale and his staff did a really good job, especially these last few years, and getting them, to the playoffs, both years and everything. And me coming in, I've kind of laid that expectation down that you guys have a really, really good foundation. Now let's take it to the next level. And we always talk about being elite, and that's where we want to get to, is the elite status. But the kids have to understand that again, it's one day at a time, it's one rep at a time, to get to that point, to get to being elite. You can't be average 2 or 3 days out of the week and try to be elite on Friday. Like, you have to be elite in every aspect of your life. You got to be elite in the classroom, you got to be elite in the weight room, you got to be elite on the practice field, because those are the habits and characteristics that you develop who define who you are. And like Coach Smart, I'm really fond of him because I was a graduate assistant working with him at Alabama, he said it a lot last year, you're either a lead or you're not. I mean, there's no in between. And so we are trying to get the kids, to that level, to that next level, and I think they understand that, they had a lot of success, in their last classification in 3A, but, we are moving up a classification, into 4A and playing some really, really good teams. Really good teams traditionally, teams that were really good last year, with really good records and went deep into the playoffs. And, but I don't want our kids to be, intimidated by that, because I tell our kids all the time, look, they have to play us, well, it's on the schedule. They have to play us too. So, we're up for the challenge, and, we're thankful for the opportunity, and, we're going to prepare for each and every opportunity, every single week. There are high expectations in Slocomb, which there should be, but, I can promise you whatever their expectations are of the football program, mine are even higher, and they're always going to be higher just because I expect a lot out of myself. I expect a lot out of our coaching staff, and I expect a lot out of our players. But, one thing that everybody has to understand that, we got to take all of our expectations, and then we kind of got to, bridge them together with the process that it's going to take to get us there, and that's making sure that we're working to the best of our ability every single day to make sure that we're getting better every day. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. You don't ever stay the same. And, we've been working the kids, we've been working them really hard in the weight room. I've been challenging them, to push themselves further than, they've gone before. And it's been a challenge for them because, it is different. It is new. They're sorer than they've, ever been, but, they're pushing through it. I think they, understand where I'm trying to get them to, and, they want to get to that level too. So it's been a really good effort so far.
Well, Coach, I'm going to ask you a tough one now. Coming into a program like Slocomb, bringing in your system, bringing in your expectations, are you going to get to hire some staff, or are you going to work with what's there?
Yes, the coaches that were on the staff last year, and who want to be on the staff going forward are still going to be on the staff. But I think we do have a position of need that we're really looking at hard with the offensive line. I think last year they kind of did the offensive line by committee. So we're really looking hard at that to add a coach who's had a lot of offensive line experience, but, maybe, some coordinator, maybe even head coach experience too, just because, we need that knowledge on the, offensive side of the ball to help, all the coaches out. And, the coaches on staff, again, they do a really great job at what they do. But I don't want them to take on too much, at one time. And I think if you can bring somebody on, that's going to take the load off of, not only me as a head coach, but the other assistant coaches too. I think that's something that we are definitely going, to look for. But, it's definitely going to be somebody that we look for that's going to have the same type of vision, that I have in the program, and same type of vision that we have, as far as, the expectations, not only, from a coaching standpoint, but a teaching standpoint in the building, too. So anybody that I'm going to end up bringing in, they're going to be a really good person. They're going to be a person of high integrity, high character, but they're going to be a really good teacher too. So, for me on my side of the ball, on the defense, that's kind of, what I've been doing for the last several years. So, I will probably handle the majority of, the defensive calling responsibilities, but we have a couple of coaches that were on the staff last year who were in those type of roles that, at any given time, if I turn it over to them, I have 100% confidence that they're going to do, a great job too. So, I'm pleased with the coaches that we have on the staff and just kind of their excitement and their attitude moving forward. And that's something that you love to see, because you don't really know what to expect when, you're kind of coming from a new place, and, there's been a system in place, and, the coaches have been on staff, and I guess they're kind of used to doing things, a certain way, but, change is kind of difficult sometimes, but, change can be a good thing, and change may be, kind of what they need to kind of move it to the next level. At least that's going to be my goal coming in. So, but we got some really good guys on staff, not only as coaches, but just really solid human beings, and great teachers and great mentors and leaders. So I'm very excited to get to know them better on a professional level and personal level too, and just dive into some of our installs that we're going to start having in early April, and just get this thing rolling.
Well,
Coach,
Coach,
that sounds awesome.
we're going to shift gears right here. We're going to quit being real serious for just a few minutes. We'll do this to everybody that comes this their first time coming on the show. We do a little segment. It's called Third and Three. We're going to ask you 3 questions.
Okay.
That have nothing to do with X's and O's. And I want you to be as honest with us as possible, because we try to tell folks that coaches are people too. We got all the same kind of problems that everybody else does. Coach Ennis, you got you a question lined up?
I'm ready.
I'm going to hit him with the first one. Okay.
All right. Go.
He talked about the weight room. Here's my first one. What's your favorite workout song?
Favorite workout song? Oh, man.
Stumped him on the first one, Coach.
Yeah.
I really don't have a favorite. And when I play the music, in the weight room, which we really haven't gotten to that point at Slocomb yet, just because there's a lot of teaching going on, and there's 35 kids in the weight room, so they need to hear me more than they hear the music. But when I'm playing music, I try to play something that they know, which means I really don't know it, but that's okay. It's for them, but they understand too that when the music's on, it's just for them to have something going on in the background, and it's not going to be Soul Train or a dance off or a sing off or everything like that, or the music comes off. So they know that, and they just go about their business and get to work. But even for me, when I work out, I really don't have a favorite song. I just put it on shuffle and just roll with it. So it's whatever. But I tell the kids too, because they were asking me the other day about, Coach, when we going to play music, that's something that's kind of external that shouldn't determine, your level of focus and your level of energy in the weight room. That's something that you need to bring every day. And, when we talk about being elite, I kind of spelled it out for them, that first E in elite, it's for effort and energy. And I kind of put those together. And that's something that we have to bring every single day. It can't just be me. I'm going to be loud and energetic, but, the kids have to bring their own energy every day. And, that's all part of it. And that's, they got to find it within themselves. They got to be, intrinsically motivated. And, it can't be, well, there's a song playing, now I'm really going to work out hard. Or, I go out there and the band or the cheerleaders are cheering for me, now I can play hard. They have to do it without all that stuff going on. So I think they're kind of finding that. And, once they really learn how to work out and doing it the right way, we'll kind of throw the music back in there, and whatever it is they listen to is as long as it's clean, I'm fine with it. But
Coach, I hate music in the weight room. I hate music in the weight room.
Throw him your second down question, Coach. He went
All
back.
right.
He went back and got all serious with us.
I know it, but Coach, I'm with you. I hate music in the weight room. The weight room is a time to coach, and that's what you need to be doing. Anyway, second down. Coach, when me and Miss Olivia, my beautiful wife, when we get to go out, we get a babysitter, and we get to go out like most coaches once a year, right before August practice starts. She always asks me, where do you want to go? And I have to decide between steak and seafood. You got to pick a choice on date night with your wife. You going steak or seafood?
Well, that one's easy. That's steak all the way. That's easy for me. My wife and I, her name's Jennifer, by the way, and she's actually at this point, she started doing her travel work. So she's a radiologic technologist, and she's doing some travel work right now with a contract in Memphis. So she's actually in Memphis right now, kind of going through orientation. So my son and myself are kind of here manning the fort, so to speak. So, I tell her, I'm like, well, somebody's got to be the breadwinner. It might as well be you. So that's what she's doing. So she's
That's what I tell mine all the time.
But we are still new to the area, so we don't really have a favorite place around here. But back when we were in Georgia, our favorite place was just a little hole in the wall, and it was called Yahala, and it was just out in the country somewhere, but had some of the best steaks that you'll ever eat. And they're only open like 2 or 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But that was always our go-to place. It was really, really quiet, really quaint. The lights are down low, and it's we always get a babysitter, and my son stays home, and it's a place where we can go out for a couple of hours and just relax and have a good time. But that was
Well, Coach,
I'm
gonna give you some advice. There's a place in Dothan, not far from you, called Conestoga Steakhouse.
okay.
They got a pretty good slab of meat right there. If you get a chance,
Now, how do you
go there?
That's the real question. How do you get yours cooked?
How do I get mine cooked?
Yes.
I'm rare.
Rare. Okay.
I'm
wow.
rare.
He's getting it where he can see where the jockey was hitting it when he was riding it.
So it's
I'm a rare steak guy.
Yeah.
All right, last question, Coach. Third down.
All right.
Best sports movie ever.
Ever. Woo, that's a tough one. I really love the football movies. Obviously, I guess. But the best one, I think, is Remember the Titans. I really, really enjoy that one. That's one of my favorites, and I don't know, it's just something about it. It's more than just football, and it teaches you a lot about life, and that's something that we try to do with our kids too. And so I think that's why I really enjoy it. So you see the struggle, you see the adversity, but you see the team finally coming together and achieving a common goal. So I think,
see, Coach, that's why I see. That's why I think the Water Boy, for those same reasons.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Adversity, the team coming together. The Water Boy fits right in there in what you were saying.
Yeah, Coach.
But the head coach kind of cheated and got him into college the wrong way. So I can't go off that one. So,
Now, we usually ask one of our questions a wrestling question. I don't know if you watch professional wrestling growing up or at any time.
Oh yeah, we used to have I guess I was a junior, senior in high school. We used to have Nitro and Raw parties on Monday night. We would flip back and forth. So I loved it.
Okay, well, you probably know who Hulk Hogan is. And you probably know who Ric Flair is.
Nature Boy.
Right, this is an extra. This is there was a flag. We're repeating third down.
Okay.
Are you a Flair or Hogan?
I'm neither. I'm Sting, man. I'm Sting all the way.
That's 2 in a row, Coach.
That's two coaches in a row. The last 2 we asked said Sting.
Yeah. Now, I was Hogan when he was with the WWF, when he was taking on the Giant, because it came on Saturday night, and that's the only time you could watch it at 10:30 at night. And my dad and myself would sit there and watch it. But, kind of growing up when Sting took the mantra of the crow and did the black and white, I fell in love with that.
Yeah.
I want to
so
do that.
You was a Hogan man when he was saying, say your prayers and eat your vitamins and all that good stuff.
He was eating some vitamins, but it's something.
Yeah, he was doing something.
I don't know. Is Diana Ball really a vitamin?
It's one of the Flintstone vitamins.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Coach, we appreciate you taking your time tonight. I know you're there with your little one there. We wish you nothing but the best of luck this upcoming season.
Coach, we want to get you back now after spring. maybe after a few 7-on-7s, just see how things are going.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Love to come back on. I appreciate you guys having me tonight. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's been different, hasn't it?
Oh yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, we're laid back, but good luck,
Really?
Coach. Coach Ennis. It's been a week, man.
I liked a lot about what he said. Me and him have a lot of the same ideas. I wish him well. That's a tough region.
Well, he's serious now. I will say that. I'm not as serious as I used to be. I don't know if I was serious then or not, but his serious meter is about at 90 tonight.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. And I bet it can jump on up there about 110.
Yeah, it'll break over 100.
I bet it'll red line.
Yeah, well, I bet you there's a big contrast between him and the bearded one that was there.
Well, I love Coach Tisdall. Coach Tisdall did a great job there. Coach Tisdall's going to be successful in whatever he decides he's going to do. He's
That's
just
right.
that kind of person. But it's going to be a little different, just like it is anytime there's a new coach that comes in. But sometimes that change can be good.
Well, hey, we got waiting in the wings. It's like Christmas in March, Coach. We got a former player of yours.
That's right.
That's from my hometown.
OPP.
Right OPP, 2/3
O-Dub.
O-Dub. All right.
The city of 2/3 P.
Yeah, an old lot Bobcat. He's been around a little bit, got his feet wet in different places, but now he's probably in the biggest ocean that he's ever been in. He's the new man down in Florida, down at Pensacola High. Tradition down there. They won state championships, and I think it's been around 2007, somewhere right around there. They won the state championship.
Something like that.
But we got him on. We hadn't had a chance to talk to him before we started the show. Let's take a break just for a minute, Coach, and let's let me see. You know how I had a clip last week of that? Can you say midget?
No, you can't say midget.
I can't say midget.
No, you can't say midget. You got to say little people.
Well, both of us just said midget 5 times.
Well, show the picture of the midget.
Okay, no, this is some football right here.
Hey, that looks like Coach Dent.
That was Coach Dent there at Andalusia High School. I got to bring this back. The only thing is, I watched our show last week, and you could not see the little person on the video.
Let's go, Bulldogs! Let's go, guys!
I hate nobody could see that.
That was Humpty Dumpty.
That guy was shooting pistols on the sideline.
Yeah,
like
you talking about Humpty Dumpty?
Yeah, he was this big and had a leg like this. It was right there. But let's go ahead and bring in the new Pensacola High head football coach, Cantrell Tyson. Coach Tyson, let me get you set up right here. Switched up.
There he is.
Big screen. Coach, what's going on?
Nothing, man. Excited to be on tonight.
Hey, Coach Ennis used to tell folks, we'll make you famous. Heck, I've seen video of you already and seen you talking to teams and seen news clippings. Hey, you got a dang paparazzi following you everywhere.
I just want to know this. I just want to know this. The last time I saw you, you were laying in the floorboard of a bus, saying the Lord's Prayer and speaking in tongues as we were going over the Mobile Bay Bridge. How you gonna get to Pensacola, Cantrell?
Coach, the crazy thing is I found a different way, a different route that keeps me from going over the Escambia Bay Bridge. But I did, and it's an extra 30 minutes out of the way. But the first time, it caught me by surprise because I just saw my GPS said 42 miles straight. So I go down to 42 miles and I come up on that bridge, Coach, and everything I ate for lunch that day. That's all I'll say.
Cantrell, you know I love you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, but now, listen, I'm gonna tell you, Stan. Me and Cantrell had some good times when I was at not only on the football field, but let me tell you something you probably don't know, and I bet the people in Pensacola don't know.
He may not want all these secrets out, Coach.
Cantrell was in the show choir.
Well, I'm gonna raise my. I was there too, Cantrell. I went. You had Miss Tisdale.
I had Miss Ennis.
He had
Oh no, you had Miss Ennis. Okay, well that shows you my age right there. You probably know who Miss Tisdale is.
Yes, sir.
But I had that. I went through it one year myself. I ain't scared to say that either.
Cantrell, no.
It seemed like a bird,
I'm
Coach.
not saying that in a negative way. This young man can sing. Not only is he a good coach, the boy can sing. All right. You remember Coming to America? That boy can sign. That boy can sign.
Oh, man.
Well, Coach, I know it's been a whirlwind. We all joking aside, going from an assistant coach, this your first head football job, and it's not starting out at some small school either. You're at Pensacola High. I know they've been down a few years, but the expectations are high, and it seems like the excitement is high there too. Kind of tell us how things are going right now in this short period of time. I mean, is there excitement there at the school?
Oh man, it is. It's a great excitement, man. The kids are excited. The staff is excited. I'm excited, man. I tell you what, I can't put into words. Seriously, for a place like Pensacola with the tradition that it has, to choose me, man, a youngster from little old Opp, Alabama that had a dream, man. I really can't put that into words what that means. So to come here and to see the excitement, the hunger from the staff and the players and this community, man, it's remarkable. It's everything I've dreamed of, man. It was this was worth being yelled at by Greg Ennis because I didn't rush on past punt block one time. I ain't gonna mention that when he pulled his belt out on me. But I'm telling you, it is. I
was trying to motivate.
That's right, Coach. But it is. This is absolutely. It's amazing. It's exciting. And my offensive coordinator tells me though after this week I got to put all down the congratulatory stuff and it's time to get to work. So he let me hold it through Sunday.
Well, you got to enjoy it a little bit, Well,
now you've had time to enjoy it. It's time to get to work.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, Coach, they have struggled. Numbers, from what I've read, have been down. Do you see, with your style, that you're going to be able to reach out to those kids that all they need is just someone that shows them that they're going to be there, they're going to care about them, and that football can take you a lot of places.
But that's right, man. I read a quote one time that said, "Kids don't care how much you know until they know how much you care," and that's the biggest thing here. And I'm gonna brag on Coach Ennis too, man. Every time I see Coach Ennis, the one thing he always ends every conversation with, I love you. And that's what kids have to know. And he's just not saying that. And that's what he actually has shown that And that's what you have to do with these kids, man. They've got to know you care about them. They got to know that you love them, and they'll come out. They'll play for you. And so that's something that we're going to really push as our staff. Is first of all, we got to care about kids. I don't care how much money this job may pay. If you don't care about kids and you don't love them, man, you can't reach them. And then you end up losing them far more than just for a football team. You end up losing them for their life and their lifetime.
Well, Cantrell, I'm just going to tell you, I think, number one, you have got a great football background with the people that you played under, the people that you've coached with. You've had the opportunity to coach with what I consider one of the best coaches in the United States.
Wow.
Coach Dubose. You had the honor and privilege of playing under Coach Wiggum and Coach Ennis, which I mean, woo! That just goes without saying. But what I really believe what you're going to bring to your school is, one, enthusiasm, and two, you're going to be able to reach these kids at a level that somebody like me can't do anymore.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's where I think you're right. That's where you're going to make strides that hadn't been able to be made there.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this: how many, or what are y'all going to do as far as spring? Are y'all going to do a spring? I mean, how they do it in Florida? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have a spring. We get 20 days, which is a lot more than what I'm doing in Alabama. So we're gonna use them up. We're gonna practice. We're gonna start April 25th, and we're gonna run all the way through May the 19th, and then on the 20th, we're at Scambia High School. It's gonna travel over and play us in a spring game. We'll go Monday through Thursday every week, except for our inter squad scrimmage the week before our actual game. Will be the only Friday that we go. But yeah, we get 20 days, man. So we'll be able to put some stuff in.
Well, Coach, let me ask you this: your assistant coaches coming in, I'm not going to say you're young anymore because I'm old as dirt, and so now you're a little older. I'm going to say you're more mature than you were. But how is your relationship being with the coaches that are on staff now?
Oh, man, Coach, it's from day one. It was absolutely just a click. My offensive coordinator, we call him Paw. He's the oldest guy on the staff by far. But he keeps us in check. He's a really great guy. Very knowledgeable of what I want to do scheme wise. And our defensive coordinator, man, I'm so excited for him. I see a lot of me in him. And he's a guy that I just see that has that hunger and a passion for it. And I really, this staff, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a really good one. These guys click. You can tell they enjoy the kids. They love the kids. So I'm really, really excited about this staff.
Coach, that's awesome. That is.
I think the biggest thing, and this is the first time you and I've ever talked, that what there's lacking and what you're going to bring is that energy.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna bring what I can say. You're gonna bring it with you.
Yes,
you're gonna
sir.
Bring the energy, and that's contagious.
Yeah, that's what it has to be, man. Your leadership, energy, effort, enthusiasm has to be like a virus, man. It has to be contagious. I mean, you're what you bring energy and effort wise, it has to be something that people want to catch. And we're going to spread that, man, every day. I told my assistants, I said, when I pull up to the gate at the back door, I drop life's problems right there. When I cross into that gate, I owe those kids every part of me that they can get. And that's what they're going to get every single day. And then when I leave, I'll pick those problems back up at the gate. But other than that, man, they're going to get that energy from me every single day and from our staff. And that's how we're going to turn this thing around.
Well, I will say this. I can say for a fact, because I saw it. He brought in energy not only to the practice field, but when he was on that stage singing and dancing, he brought the energy too. I couldn't tell if it was Cantrell or little Michael Jackson.
So he got a little Billie Jean going up there on the stage, Coach.
Yeah, he could do the Michael Jackson backstroke. I saw.
I could.
He was a smooth criminal, huh?
Yeah. Man.
Well, I tell you, Coach, we don't wish you nothing but the best, and I might have to see if I can get Coach Ennis. He and I right now are rec league baseball coaches. So if we got a free night,
can you imagine me coaching 12-year-olds?
I'm praying for them.
Yeah, we pray for the parents, but if we can get down there and see your spring game, we're gonna do it. But before we let you go tonight, we do this thing with all of our new coaches coming on. Okay. We do a 3rd and 3. All right, we're gonna ask you 3 questions. I don't want you to be serious now. We're gonna take. Well, we had Coach Garrison from Slocomb. I don't think I explained it clear enough. This is about you. This is we want to take.
This ain't got nothing to do with football.
Yeah, all right. Whatever. But Coach, you got to come up with a new question. You use your question.
I got one for Cantrell.
Okay. Well, you want to go first? First
no,
down?
Go ahead. I got number 2. I got second down.
All right. All right. If you were in the band, what instrument would you play?
Trumpet.
Play the trumpet, Coach. I might have a trumpet right here.
I would. I'd play the trumpet.
He answered that one quick, Coach.
Yeah, he did.
He might be a closet.
I was only able to answer that quickly because Coach Ennis threatened one time to send me to the band if I didn't do the right thing.
Here we go.
You ain't got to tell everything.
Yeah, from Coach Tyson.
You can hold a little bit back, Cantrell. I mean,
that's it right there.
There we go.
All right, I got second down.
All
right. If you were going to the movie picture show, who would be your favorite actor?
Chadwick Boseman. The guy that played. He played the Black Panther.
He's the guy, yeah. He passed away from cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a great actor. He also played Jackie Robinson in 42.
Oh, okay. Well, I know who you're talking about now.
I can tell you the Chadwick Boseman library.
Well,
you ever seen?
If you'd have told me the Jackie Robinson story, I'd have known who you was talking about.
Okay. Well, that's where it was. I got the last one. All right, 3rd down. Coach, who said diamonds are forever?
I don't know that one.
He's a pro wrestler.
Who?
Who said diamonds are forever?
Woo. Can you give me a hint?
He's too young to know who that is.
Oh, he no. Coach Ennis told me you was the #1 wrestling guy.
Man, all I know is John Cena.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to cut you off right there.
I know.
He's too young to know all that.
I know The Rock.
No, he's not. He's got YouTube. He's seen it. He comes out. He wears the big robes and the.
No, is that Rock? Is it Rakishi?
No.
I told you
he's got blonde hair. He's high flying.
Ooh, man.
Limousine riding.
Wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, limousine riding. Woo! Son of a gun.
Is that Hulk Hogan?
No, my gosh, go.
I told you.
It's Ric Flair. Ric Flair. Man, woo!
Ric Flair.
Oh.
I do have to tell this story about Cantrell, and I'm not going to tell who it was, But do you remember when we went to the track meet and we went to the Outback Steakhouse? And they were bringing the bread out with the knife in it. And one of the athletes, one of the track members said, "Coach, why they got that knife sticking in the baked potato?" And I said, "It's not a baked potato. It's bread." And they said, "Coach, you better send it back. They burn it." Oh, it was that rye bread. You remember that?
I do remember that. That was the same night too. You got your steak rare, and they all thought that's what they were supposed to have, so they all ordered a rare steak too.
That is. And then they wouldn't eat it. They wanted to put it back in the room and put it in the microwave.
I bet you that's a long trip home.
Man, no, Coach Dennis drove it. Took us from Optimobile. It took us about 45 minutes.
Oh, well, listen, Coach. I'm gonna get your answer. You're gonna say John Cena is. Let's go back. We'll rephrase that question. Your favorite pro wrestler?
My favorite pro wrestler?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you see me, John Cena, man.
John Cena. You can't see me.
That's
Give
it.
some of that right there. Well, listen, Coach. So Coach Ennis doesn't tell any more stories on you. We're gonna end it up. We here now. Hey, we wish you nothing but the best. Good luck to Pensacola. Are they the Tigers?
We're the Tigers, man.
I think everybody's the Tigers. Pensacola.
Yeah, we're part. We just don't correlate with Strawn or Elba. We don't. We
No.
can't do that now.
No.
Well, Cantrell, hey, seriously, son, I am so proud of you. I can't express how proud I am of you. And
Thank
you know,
you,
if there's anything I can ever do for you, all you got to do is ask.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
And
appreciate you, Coach.
You know I love you.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, hey, good luck. And we're going to check you back out after spring and see how things are going.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Mr. Stan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, man, it's been a wild show tonight, hasn't it?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm so proud of him. I don't know what to do.
Hey, I'm serious that he may have that part of the equation that they haven't had down there is that young enthusiasm, excitement.
Well, look,
That's okay.
I'm not gonna go into it about Cantrell's whole story. He's an exceptional young man that has made great strides to get where he's at, and he's worked hard for it, and he deserves this opportunity. And I'm telling you, I'm so proud of him. I don't know what to do, and I'm proud to say I had the opportunity to coach him when he was a young man.
Well, he just like with him and Coach Garrison at Slocomb, the sky's the limit. They got nowhere to go but up.
Well, now that's not necessarily true. Cantrell's got nowhere to go but up, but Slocomb, I mean, they've been to the playoffs the last 2 years, made it to the second round. They could definitely go down.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to have Slocomb. I think will have a tougher road in 4A than what Pensacola's going to have in Florida.
Well, it's I wish both of them the best. I think both of them are exceptional coaches. I think both of them is going to give it their all at both programs. And time will tell what happens. There's one thing I've always said: coaches have to find where they fit. Jamie Riggs is without a doubt, and statistics show he was one of the most successful coaches in the state of Alabama. when he got to T.R. Miller. If you looked at his records when he was at Opp before he took the T.R. Miller job, you kind of wonder how he got the T.R. Miller job.
Right.
But he found where he fit and where his ideas and philosophy fit, and was able to incorporate that into the program. And T.R. Miller became in the late, in the 90s and the early 2000s, one of the most prolific programs in the state. All right, and that has a lot to do with Coach Riggs and the time he spent. I can't tell you how many hours we spent on the board with those Crayola markers trying to figure out, what they were doing offensively, what they were doing defensively. And Coach Riggs was a huge part of that. But at Opp, it just wasn't his place.
No, I had the opportunity to play for Coach Riggs at Opp. His first year, I believe we went 5-6. We did make the playoffs. We wound up playing the state runner-up in 5A in the Eufaula Tigers, I believe they were. And then we had a perfect season. No, we escaped the perfect season. We went 1-9 his second year, and we finished 5-5 my senior year. And I think he had a rough go of it. Folks, like you said, wouldn't let him fit, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But he's a Hall of Fame coach. I really enjoyed playing for him. Also played for Coach Wiggum my senior year. It was his first year coaching. So we had some good folks on staff, but like you said, finding that place where you fit can make all the difference in the world.
Oh yeah.
Well, Coach, we've been too serious tonight. We got just about 3 minutes. We need to wrap this thing up. I'd asked you earlier, there's a picture behind you in your studio. It looks like it's the Confucius say, throw stuff at the balcony. What's going on in that picture besides the Kung Flu?
I don't know. It is one that the beautiful Miss Olivia got from her grandfather.
He may have brought that over from the Orient.
I doubt it, but he might have brought it over from the Five and Dime or Roses. But it's an Oriental picture that I said picture. I always get that where I can't. What do you say when you say it different?
Pronunciate,
whatever it is. The difference between pitcher and pitcher.
a picture and a pitcher.
Yeah, I always say those where they sound just alike.
Well, sometimes
So
they
this
do.
is a photo, not a photo. I don't know exactly what it is because
That
it's
might be a
bumpy.
Maybe a watercolor.
No, it's
But,
bumpy. That's what I'm telling you.
It's in Braille. They painted it in Braille.
It's kind of like what it is, but it's I wanted to say Chinese, but that wouldn't be politically correct. So I was going to say Oriental, but it may be Japanish. I don't know.
All right, maybe Koreanish.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Chinese, Japanish. I don't know what it is.
Well, I mentioned Braille just a minute, Coach. I walked in. This is other day. We had to go in McDonald's, or it was a fast food restaurant. And my 6-year-old thinks he has to check out all the plumbing anywhere we go. So we had to go to the bathroom, answer his question. Why was there Braille underneath the light switch?
I don't know. Ain't it dark in there if you got to read Braille?
I can
I don't know. Hey, how much time do we have? Seriously.
We got 2 minutes.
All right. I got a quick story. Story. One time, me and Miss Olivia was going through the drive-thru at McDonald's, and I ordered at McDonald's, and I asked them through the drive-thru if I could see a Braille menu. Now, I'm driving. So I pull up. We were out of town. I pulled up to the drive-thru, and he handed me a Braille menu. Well, I acted like I was reading it, and I said, I'd like a number 1 with a Diet Coke and fries. And I handed it back to her. And so she put it in, and then when we started to leave, when we started to pay, I stuck my hand up and I was moving it around like this, like I was trying to give her the card. And she finally grabbed my wrist and took the card from me. And I had on my sunglasses at the time. Well, we get the bags. I'm moving my hand around again while she's trying to hand me the bag. She hands me the bag. I set them down in the seat, and I said, and I've got my sunglasses on, and I said, "Thank you." And when I did, I just mashed the gas, didn't put it in gear, and it revved up. And I stopped, and the whole time I was mashing the gas, I was moving my hand back and forth like I was driving. And the girl just stood there looking in the window, and Olivia said, "Would you go?" And I said, "Oh, I'm not in drive." So I put it in drive and just floored it and smoked the tires coming out of there. The little girl stuck her head out the window and went, "Ah!" She thought a blind man was driving away.
Handed you a Braille menu.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, hey,
that was funny. Miss Olivia didn't think that was funny, but it was funny.
We're going to have a hard time topping next week with what we had tonight. We're going to have to do something. Sky's the limit for us, so.
Well, who could turn us down?
Oh, they'll turn us down.
Who could turn us down?
We need more people.
Who wouldn't want to be on this just technologically savvy, in-depth question show?
Hey, we're going, like we talked about last week, we're working on putting together an assistant coach spotlight and trying to get a couple of brothers from rival schools to be on, see if they will join us. But hey, we got
rival schools.
Yeah, Oppen and Illusion.
Well, for it to be a rival, doesn't one of the teams have to win every now and then?
Well, I wasn't saying recent rival. But hey, they have picked that game back up this fall. I'll be anxious to see how that goes.
The last time I won was when me and Coach Wiggum was there. Coach Wiggum was the head coach, and I was one of his assistants. That's the last time I beat an Illusion.
That's been a while, Coach.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
1 in a row again?
We got 1 in a row.
1 in a row. We want to thank Coach Garrison and Coach Tyson again for joining us tonight. Tune in weekly, and hopefully we can, as Superintendent Dodd Hawthorne set up in Crenshaw County, be refreshing, something that's refreshing for you to listen and watch. And hey, we went from serious to not so serious to serious tonight, Coach. And I'm gonna play it out. Stevie, hit that heart for Coach Ennis. Hey, right there. Well, he did that with his right foot tonight. That time he did left. left foot, right foot. He's amphibious with his feet. But hey, 1 in a row. Make sure to like us, join us. You can catch the show on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. We'll see you next week.
We out of here.